Hey Kathy, I'm going to show you some ways that you can put a little bit more independence into your students when they're working on their learning menus. I actually thought about it. I'm going to show you two different things. One is a video way so the kids can actually see you manipulating your learning menu or worksheets or what have you. Another way is just auditory, so they'll just hear you. They won't be able to see what you're doing. So this is really good for having your kids once they're used to using their learning menus where you won't have to sit and explain each part of the learning menu unless it's something like brand new that they've never done before. So you can do what I'm doing right now is screencast-o-matic, so that the kids will be able to actually see you pointing and manipulating the learning menu. So you can even read it to them while pointing on the cursor, and you'll see this yellow bouncing circle like you see here for me, and you can read the text to them. I can learn about cardinal directions and a compass rose. So in this section, we're going to be learning about cardinal directions and a compass rose. And you can tell them, remember, you're going to Pebble Go. You can even explain to them that they'll log in if they forget, and you can have that typed on here if you need to. And then remember, boys and girls, you're going to do these practice pages, and you can tell them or remind them where these are located in your video, and then also to show me what the evidence of your learning by working on writing. So remember, in your journal, you're going to answer this question: what does a compass rose show? And the cool thing about this is that they can see you pointing to keep their attention focused on the sections that you're talking about, but they can also rewind and listen to you again and again in case they didn't hear what you were saying. The other cool thing that you could use this for is like in this section where you're using part of the TCI text, you could take a picture of that text and read it to them for those of your kiddos that are non-readers. So that's what you can do with Screencast-O-Matic. So let's show you how to do that. In order for Screencast-O-Matic to work, though, you are going to need a YouTube channel. If you don't already have one, it's very simple. You just connect it to your personal email, and that's where you're going to drop all your videos. So that's the only way that this program will work, is if you have a YouTube channel, because you do need to store the videos online in order to make QR codes for them. There is an option for you to be able to make this into a file just onto your computer, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Anyway, so you're going to go to Screencast-O-Matic. And it does have this button here that says sign up. It's free, but all you have to really do is click on this button here, the launch free recorder. And then it'll pop up with this box, and you're going to click on it again, open screen recorder launcher. And then it takes a minute, so you'll see this little circle here, thinking and launching your screen recorder. So then what will happen is your screen will get this dotted box around your screen, and then this box here that says record. You can hit the X there, you don't need that box. But do know that this is the limits. The dashed box around there is the limits of what your kiddos can see. So if you have anything out in the edge borders of your screen, the kids aren't going to be able to see that. Then, as your video, let me go back. You can't see it on my screen because my border cut it off, but up at the top here, there's a little box that has a record button, and you click that, and it'll count you down 3, 2, 1 for you to start recording yourself and your screen and your voice, which is what I'm doing right now. If it happens that you mess up, you can pause the video, and the bar that's up there, you just back that bar up and listen till you get to the mess up part. And then you'll click record again, and it'll give you this option to yes, truncate, or no. And truncate just means you're going to record over your mess up. And then once you're finished with your recording, you can't see my bar because it's out of the borders of your screen here, but you will click the pause button or the play button again, and it gives you some options to listen to it again. There's a trash can in case you want to trash the entire thing because you think it's garbage and you want to do it again, or it says done. And once you click done, you're going to get this box, what's next, save and upload, or edit the video. There's not much editing you can do with the free version, so you would just go to save and upload. And then your screen will turn this way, and it'll ask you if you really want, what do you want to do with recording. You can save it as a video file. This will save it to your desktop. If you do that function, you could load it onto your blend space if you wanted to do it that way. If you don't want to do a YouTube channel, uploading it to Screencast-O-Matic is only for the paid version, and then or uploading to YouTube. So once you click on one of your choices, it'll go to this screen where it's going to ask you to publish. So you would definitely need to push the publish button, and it's either publishing it to your desktop, or you see you publish it like mine, you're going to publish it to your YouTube channel. Nope. So it's your choice if you want, which way you want to do that for that way. So again, if you want to do it, save it as a file on your desktop, you can upload it to your blend space, or if you want to make it into a QR code, you do have to load it onto YouTube. The other option I thought of doing it for you is just auditory. So you can use this site called Vocaroo to create a QR code, and it'll for your students to just hear your voice reading it. So that would require you to read the sections of your learning menu, record your voice reading them, and then turning it into a QR code and adding that to your learning menu when you print it out. And it just takes a bit of training for the kiddos to be able to see it, because when they scan the QR code, their screen will look like this too, with a play button, and they just play it and hear your voice. They won't see anything except for the screen. But so you'd go to vocaroo.com, and you're going to click to record. It's going to ask you to allow you to use your microphone, so you're going to click yes, allow. And then you're going to record yourself. So just like that learning menu, on your learning menu, if you wanted to read that first section, I can learn about cardinal directions and the compass rose. You're going to go to Pebble Go. Then you're going to click on the icons till you get to the maps and globes section. You're going to read maps and globes. Then you're going to do your practice pages. Remember, those are located on the back table. And then your last part, you are going to show me the evidence of your learning by writing in your journal and explaining to me what a compass rose is. I don't remember if that's exactly what your learning menu said, but you get the point. Then you're going to click here to save. You can listen to it if you want. I never do because I don't want to hear my voice. And then once it'll come up with a website like this, well, not a website, but a link like this, and you are just going to highlight it. Oops, let me back up. You're going to highlight it and copy. So now you have that stored for you to be able to make a QR code. So for either of those options, if you did Screencast-O-Matic and uploaded it to YouTube, or if you did Vocaroo and you created an audio directions of your voice, you're going to copy the link. And then you're going to, I just go to this site, the QR code generator, because it's super simple. And you're going to copy and paste your link right here. And the second you do that, this QR code is going to change. You don't need to push enter. You don't need any of this business over here. You don't need to push start. You just enter the link here, and this QR code will turn into a QR code for that link. Then you're going to screenshot this, and you are going to add it to your learning menu. So just digitally screenshotting it and uploading it right next to the section of the learning menu that you want it to go into. Okay, I hope this helps. If you want me to help you actually walk through and do it, just decide which one you'd rather use, if you want them to see it visually by doing Screencast-O-Matic, or if you just think that it'd be easier to just do Vocaroo because you don't need a YouTube account or anything for that. Let me know and I'll show you how to upload them. I found it very helpful for my non-readers to do this and be able to be independent on learning menus, because they didn't have to come up and ask me to explain what was going on or to read things to them. Okay, I hope it works for you. Let me know if you need any support.